Today's card is simple and spicy. Inter Milan money line at plus 125 at Atalanta, Buffalo Bills minus 1.5 at minus 105 hosting the Eagles, and San Francisco 49ers minus 3 at minus 105 hosting the Bears. And we roll in off a 2-in-1 day for plus 1.00 units. The Texans trenches call in LA, cashed exactly the way we drew it up. The Lambeau under got turned into kindling by Derrick Henry doing Derrick Henry things, and Virginia plus 4 turned Missouri's freshman math into a full-on remedial lab. 2 sharp reads, 1 bulldozer. We move. All right, pick one, Inter Milan money line at plus 125 at Atalanta. The market's acting like Inter just got back from Saudi Arabia and forgot how to play football, like the flight home came with complimentary amnesia and a middle seat between 2 guys eating tuna sandwiches. That's the story, and that story is paying us. Here's the math. The price says Inter wins this game in the mid-40% range. Our numbers say it's more like the mid-50s, and that gap is the whole meal. Inter's underlying chance quality is better all season, the expected goals differential is elite, and the matchup has been a nightmare for Atalanta for years. 8 straight wins head-to-head is not random luck. That's a recurring subscription. Now the biggest domino, Atalanta without Ademola Lookman is a different animal. When you remove the guy who creates chaos off the dribble and turns broken plays into shots, the whole attack gets polite. And polite attacks don't score on Inter. Inter's back 3 want you to be predictable. They want your passes to be a little slow and your runs to be a little obvious, like a heist movie where the getaway driver stops for a snack mid-chase. And then we've got the motivation angle on turbo mode. AC Milan already won earlier today and put Inter in a spot where a draw is basically diet victory. Inter doesn't need good vibes, they need 3 points. So if this game is tied late, we're not getting let's protect the point, we're getting empty the clip. That helps the money line. Yes, Inter has some defensive absences, but this team is built on structure. It's not one guy, it's the system, and Atalanta's own backline isn't exactly strolling in at full health either, which matters when you're trying to deal with the Thuram and Lautaro partnership for 90 minutes. If this is level after halftime, that's not a warning sign. That's Inter setting the trap and tightening the bolts in the last half hour where they've been monsters all year. So we take Inter money line, plus 125. If the market wants to tax us for a fatigue narrative, we'll be the tax collectors. Pick 2, Buffalo Bills minus 1.5 at minus 105 against the Philadelphia Eagles. This one is all about late season reality. Buffalo is in the part of the calendar where every snap has playoff leverage. Philadelphia is in the part where the standings say, congrats, and the body says, please don't tear anything important. And then the headline variable, Lane Johnson is out. That's not a small note. That's the Jenga piece in the middle of the tower. When he's not there, Philadelphia's protection rules change, the playbook shrinks, and the quarterback's internal clock starts sounding like a microwave about to explode. Historically, the Eagles' win rate drops off a cliff without him. That's not vibes, that's a decade-long trend screaming, this is not optional equipment. Now stack weather on top. Buffalo in late December with rain and wind is not a neutral environment. It's football with extra physics. Passing efficiency gets weird, ball security gets loud, and kickers start seeing ghosts. That's a problem for an Eagles team that's had kicking drama lately, and it's a problem for an offense missing its best pass-protecting lineman because wet games punish mistakes like they get paid per fumble. Could Philly run the ball? Absolutely. Saquon Barkley is going to be involved, and Buffalo's run defense has had some soft spots. But here's why we still like Buffalo to win by margin. Buffalo can run it too, and they've got the quarterback who can turn red zone trips into touchdowns even when the field turns into a slip and slide. Josh Allen in that building, in that weather, is like bringing a monster truck to a go-kart race. Everyone's technically driving, but one of these vehicles does not care about puddles. Also, small spread alert, minus 1.5 is basically asking Buffalo to win the game. No touchdown requirement, no win by a touchdown and a half, none of that. Just win. If Philadelphia's offense stalls even twice because the right side can't hold up, that's the game right there. So we ride Bills minus 1.5, minus 105. We're backing urgency, environment, and the Lane Johnson effect all in one bet. Pick 3, San Francisco 49ers minus 3 at minus 105 hosting the Chicago Bears. This is the kind of matchup where the records look equal and the trenches do not. Chicago's biggest problem is painfully specific. Their right tackle situation is on fire. If Darnell Wright can't go and Chicago is forced into the backup plan, that edge matchup becomes a drive killer. Not maybe, drive killer. Because now you need chips, extra tight ends staying in, condensed route trees, fewer options, and a quarterback playing hot potato with the football. It's like trying to run a 5-star restaurant when the stove is missing. Sure, you can still serve something, but nobody's ordering the steak. And the Bears' defensive profile is the other half of the problem. They've been living on takeaways lately, and takeaways are the noisiest currency in football. Great when you get them, not something you can schedule like a dentist appointment. Underneath that, Chicago's run defense has been a liability, and that's exactly what San Francisco wants to attack. The 49ers don't need to be cute. They can run right at you, stay ahead of the chains, and turn third downs into a formality. San Francisco also has the situational edge. They're chasing seeding, and they're at home. And the officiating profile in this game tends to favor let them play football, which is bad news for an underdog offense hoping to get rescued by a flag on 3rd and long. If the whistle stays quiet, the better, deeper, more efficient team usually separates. The clean projection is San Francisco by a touchdown-ish, and laying 3 is us buying the discount version of that outcome. So we take 49ers -3, -105. Quick recap so nobody has to rewind. Inter money line plus 125, Bills -1.5 -105, and 49ers -3 -105. Let's stack another winning day, keep it disciplined, and as always, if your bankroll is screaming, listen to it. We're here to make smart bets, not emotional donations.